what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Outside Line Media, and he's back. He's winning by 20 seconds. Max Verstappen is inevitable.
He's mathematically still in the championship.
And not even like the bullshit mathematically.
Yeah.
I think Oscar has to DNF one race.
Yeah.
And then Lando and Oscar can trade second and third places. I mean, Max still has to win every single race.
Every race, yeah.
If Red Bull gave him a decent car, he probably could actually win the title. But
yeah, which the car seems improved, but it's also Monza, so you don't really know if it's going to translate to any other track.
Yeah, there was a new floor this weekend.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, Yuki was on the lead lap. That seems to show that maybe the car's a little less shit now.
The race. Max wins. Lando, Oscar, second, third. They were going to be second, third the whole time. Obviously, a little drama, and if you're on F1 Twitter, I'm sure you saw some very intelligent and calm, real well thought out takes about this. Lando Norris chose to let Oscar pit before him in protection of him with Charles. Oscar had a fine pit stop. Lando comes in the next lap. They biff his pit stop, and McLaren orders them to swap the positions.
Also, it's caused more drama on Twitter than just the swapping of positions. Did you see the whole thing where it's like, oh, they get paid like $360,000 a year for 3 seconds of work every weekend, and they screw it up? That whole delusional take where, what's his name? You know, the ex-Red Bull mechanic.
I know you're talking about it.
Yeah. He basically came out and had to say, like, no, they make like $60,000 a year and they work like 70 hours a week on race weekends.
Yeah. Yeah, like those guys are so hardworking. Any disrespect to them is crazy.
Yeah, because most of those guys are most of them are at the shop during the week.
Yeah,
and then they go to travel with the team for the weekend.
Yeah, I think it's a dangerous precedent to set, but it's whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll see what happens.
At the end of the day, I think the best question that was posed was on Off Track last week. If you listen to that. Where if Hungary last year hadn't happened, would Oscar still have switched positions?
It's a great question.
If Lando didn't have a DNF in Zandvoort, would the team have wanted to switch positions? But yeah, it's a dangerous precedent, like Ryan said, and I don't know, the memes were kind of funny out of it.
They were.
I thoroughly enjoyed the Lando broke his front wing. Oscar, please pit so we can take yours off. Memes.
Yeah, it's funny. Obviously, I think I do think, like, as much as some Lando fans are a little cuckoo, but every fan base has its craziness.
Well,
anyone who saw Charles Leclerc's brother's wedding being swarmed by fans wanting autographs and pictures, will know that there's fans that don't know how to behave. The fact that people are blaming this on Lando is crazy to me, because I'm not a Lando fan. I'm not a McLaren fan. It wasn't his call. He didn't get on the radio and go, give me the position. Mm-hmm. They went on the radio and did it.
And we need to talk about ethics in motorsports media, especially F1, because from what I've heard, that was the Italian media's doing.
Yeah, no, they released the date and location of his brother's wedding. Psychopath stuff, really.
Yeah, wild shit to do as a member of the media. But yeah, I mean, it's like we were talking with the people over at Podium Pop. We definitely early, if you'll remember, back to 2021, there was Team LH and Colt LH. I think we are starting to see the same thing develop with Oscar and the same thing develop with Lando. And honestly, every single Formula One driver, it's getting to the point where, like, people have parasocial relationships with these drivers, and it's becoming a problem. I mean, when are we going to get to the point where somebody John Lennon's an F1 driver?
The boundaries are just gone. Like I think fans forget that, like, you're not going to a meet and greet with your driver. You're going to a race, or they're in public and they're living their life. They're not obligated to give you their time. It's cool to be a fan. It's cool to like get a picture, get an autograph. It's a special moment.
Yeah.
But if that special moment takes away from that other person's time or day, like you got to realize that like they're doing you a favor. Even if all they're doing is smiling for a half second for a picture, that is their mind going away from the task at hand, which at the end of the day is driving a car extremely fast, extremely precise.
Yeah. And bothering them, like, I'm not talking about just like bothering them outside of a race weekend. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, you see them, you know, at a restaurant and you're like, hey, I'm a big fan, can I get a picture? But like going to places where like their location's been leaked or their home address has been doxed is very problematic behavior.
Not cool.
It's also like, you also shouldn't say that your least favorite driver should get shot. Fun fact.
Yeah. Also, that was something that happened on Twitter. We don't want to touch on that because I'm not touching that topic.
I'm not touching that topic with a 40-foot pole. But you should not wish harm upon a driver. Same thing. We had the same thing with IndyCar. This is not an F1 problem. This is a fan base problem. We had the same thing with the Augustin Canapino and Callum Ilott crash. Or Teo Porcher crash. One of the two, I don't remember. I think both at different points.
Yeah. No, it gets out of hand. But yeah, back to F1. Pretty good race. Standard Monza F1 race. It was cool to see Max win. It was a dominant win. I don't think once he pulled away, I don't think there's ever a second I thought anyone else had a chance.
Yeah. Unless he had a mech failure or something like that.
Then. Yeah. You would have had to have a car issue.
Does F1 not give us fastest laps anymore since they took the point away?
I don't think so. Another cool thing before we move on and look forward to Azerbaijan.
Also, Carlos's penalty from Zandvoort got overturned.
Yep, so Ollie next. Just the penalty points. Obviously, they can't give the time back, but penalty points reduced, which is good. Good. But Ollie Behrman's 2 away from race ban, so maybe they should take a look at that one. Because there was an incident. Oh, we didn't talk about that in the Monza race. So it was criminal. They got penalty for. But Max participated in the NLS this weekend to get his license to run a GT3 race. Very funny that he has to drive behind an instructor. But also, I want to say, he should have to do that. There are rules for a reason.
And shout out him to not just trying to go straight to committee for it.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee that if Red Bull pressured the committee, they could get him to lift the requirement
I saw multiple people online being like, this is so stupid. This is so disrespectful. And I'm like, no, man. This is the rules, and we have to obey these. And Max wasn't even upset about it.
It's
Max
a completely different beast driving the Nordschleife than driving any other endurance race. The Rolex 24 is completely different. I mean, no other race other than the Isle of Man TT are you doing that long of a lap with that many different conditions that have to be met. Because you can't just throw a safety car at the Nordschleife. You have safety vehicles on the track under green flag running. Which is why ignoring red flags is absolutely wild, and somehow you don't get your license taken away for ignoring 9 red flags. But we already touched on that earlier this year.
Yeah, that's a topic for another day. But yeah, it was really funny to see him drive behind an instructor, drive with the increased weight and reduced power car. He didn't get the 2 starts required, but it went to committee and he was passed. So he is planning on running a GT3 race there. Should be sick. I would definitely tune in. Also, I love that everyone else is figuring out that endurance commentators are just the GOATs. It's the same guy that do IMSA, does some of the NLS race. He does some of the IMSA races. He's a constant professional. I'm forgetting his name and I feel horrible. But just the best there is. Great that he's welcoming, saying anyone has questions, feel free to ask. We'll try to get all done. No dumb questions. That's awesome.
That's why I
do want to say, though.
Also, YouTube live streams.
Yes. Everyone, endurance fans, stop acting high and fucking mighty. We're not F1 fans, okay? We'll welcome anyone. I don't care if you want to, if your only racing you've ever watched is pig racing. We want you to watch the series. Like, don't gatekeep. You're not cooler because you were into it before Max Verstappen came.
The only gatekeeping we should be doing as fans is if people try to bring F1 culture into these races. And by F1 culture, I mean the driving standards of Formula One.
We don't even need to gatekeep it. The rules will fix themselves. The rules of the
rules.
And
the paddock behavior. We don't need to see the paddock behavior of Formula One in any other series. As much as Zach Brown would disagree with that.
So how'd your Monza predictions do, Patrick?
Horrible. I had Piastri on the podium.
I had Oscar and Lando on the podium, and I had Lando in the correct position.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, not much. So let's look forward to Azerbaijan.
Yeah. So that takes the point total. Ryan's actually kind of walking away with this one a little bit. It's 44 to 37.5. So 6.5 points clear of me. But I've decided to go a little less extreme on my predictions now to hopefully bring that back. Who's your P3?
I got Lando in P3.
I have Piastri in P3.
Okay. I have Oscar in P2.
I have Leclerc in P2.
I have Max Verstappen in first. I think he continues the momentum. I think the upgrades are real.
Okay. Wild take for a street circuit, but okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I still have both McLarens on my podium.
That's true. Okay. I have Norris winning the race.
I like that.
What about your hit the apex? God damn it.
I asked first. Oh.
I have Isaac Hadjar hitting the apex.
I like that. It was just announced, not announced officially, but basically announced that he'll be on Red Bull next year.
Yeah.
Arvid will be on Racing Bulls, and it'll be between Yuki and Liam for that Racing Bulls seat. I got Alex Albon.
I like that. Albon is actually getting... So, fun fact today that I found out, no one has had over 100 race starts in a Williams F1 car.
That's wild.
Even like Nigel Mansell is at like 95.
Wow. That's wild.
Let me take a look real quick. I think Albon's under contract for next year, so I think he's going to end up breaking that record next year and going over 100. I want to say he's in like the 70s right now. So obviously, by the end of this season and next season, he should be over there, barring anything dramatic.
So who's your miss the apex?
I have Ocon missing the apex.
Okay.
It's a street circuit. I just don't see Haas qualifying well. And really, there's only one passing opportunity at Baku, and it's not a great passing opportunity.
Yeah. I got Yuki Tsunoda not doing well.
Wow. Give it up for Mr. Creative.
I have no words. Who's your best of the rest?
I'm all in on V-Carb.
I'm also in RB.
I think that they're just going to do well. That car, I mean, like, hot take, I think you put Max Verstappen in that car and he's going to be doing better in the World Championship than he is in the Red Bull.
I don't think so. I actually disagree with that.
I mean, it's a good car. It's a podium contending car 50% of the time.
I think he's squeezing out everything he is in the Red Bull. I think you give him in the RB. I don't think he can squeeze out more than he is in the Red Bull because that car is designed around him. I don't think so. But the car is designed around him.
I mean, they've taken that car. They've taken that car too close to the sun, though, and it's getting to the point where even Max is having difficulty driving it.
Yeah, but I still think he can squeeze more out of the Red Bull than
you put Max in a McLaren.
Ooh. Max and a McLaren, the title would have been wrapped up 4 races ago.
Yeah.
If you put it not with a Max Verstappen-esque teammate, more specifically.
Now, I would love to see Max and Oscar as teammates. I think that could.
I think Max and Oscar and Max and Lando. I think it would be similar to Lando Oscar. I think all of them are going to win and fight for races in a McLaren.
I think that if you had Max as Lando's teammate, Lando just, I don't know, we've seen it before with his battles with Max. He gives a little too much space for battling Max compared to Oscar, where Oscar will do a Max Verstappen right back to Max Verstappen.
Max Verstappen, yeah.
And that's kind of what you have to do to beat him in the title.
We'll see. I don't know. But I think all of them would be, obviously, Premier. It's the best car. It's going to be the best car.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you put Ocon in the McLaren, I think he's in the top 5 in the championship.
Yeah.
You put anyone in that McLaren other than Lance Stroll, and it's top 5. Hell, even Lance Stroll might be top 5 in the championship in it.
Yeah. But yeah, it should be a good race. We'll probably be just watching a recap of this race because we will be up at Indianapolis this weekend for the Battle on the Bricks. Check out our M's video later this week. NASCAR is at New Hampshire. I don't know of any other races off the top of my head.
IndyCar is going to be releasing their schedule most likely on Tuesday, so we'll be doing a video when that is released. And International GT is at Barcelona. I believe that's it, if I'm reading this correctly.
Also, since you're all F1 fans, Zach Brown released open letter to IndyCar fans today. It was actually really good. One very big point I disagree with, but we'll talk about in the IndyCar video.
Is it the small market comment? I watched David Land's video on it.
I read the note. I haven't watched the video on it, but I read the note on it. But we'll talk about that in IndyCar video, so something to look forward to.
If they take Mid-Ohio away from us, I will.
We riot.
Yeah.
We riot. But yeah, have a great weekend, guys.
Other season passes would also be a lot cheaper.
Go racing. Vroom, vroom.
Yeah. Make sure you watch IMSA this weekend. Usually they have multiple free streams going, and if you download a free VPN or a browser with a VPN built in, just go over to Europe and you can watch it for free. Take a short vacation.
Yep, take a short vacation into TV. If not, Peacock, or just go to the race. Tickets are a little expensive, but Logan Sargent's racing.
It's like $60 for tickets. That's nothing for F1 fans.
It's $110 for 2 days.
It was $55 for just Sunday. $110 for 2 days.
Yep, $110 for Saturday, Sunday tickets.
Huh, wild. I guess there's enough racing where they can charge the same price for Saturday and Sunday, but
yeah. But yeah, have a great one, guys. We'll